This week in history. Trivia! I'm in a strange mood this morning. I got another green shirt in, and I had to find a makeup shirt, and my makeup shirt is strangling me. Not true. Not true. All right. Champagne room isn't it till tonight. Here we go. Question number 1 out of 7. There are only 7 questions. We will all do our best to answer them together. Question number 1. Who led the Spanish conquest of the Aztec Empire and defeated a numerically superior Aztec force in the Battle of Utumba in Mexico? That is a really wordy question. I don't know if we needed numerically superior Aztec force. It's just what Spanish conquistador beat down the Aztec Empire is the question. Tegan is already using her multiple choice answer of C. When in doubt, Charlie out. I can tell you C's not right. Taney with Cortez, spelled with a Z, he goes. No accent over the E, Mr. Taney. Is it, for those of you waiting for your multiple choice options, why is the AC on? I got to turn my microphone down and I have to yell more. So you don't hear the drone. Your options are, of course, Hernan Cortés, Francisco Pizarro, Ferdinand Magellan, or, I forgot how to say his name in Italian, Christopher Columbus. Those are your options. Where is that thing on the keyboard? Oh, okay, that's good to know that you can't hear the AC. I can hear it, and I don't want you to hear it. Those are your options: Cortés, Pizarro, Magellan, or Columbus. I got a Cortés. Robert is going with Pizarro. And you know, we are uploading these now, the supplementals. We are now uploading those to the podcast page. Roger goes with Cortés. So I have to be a little bit more mindful of the fact that we can see things that they can only listen to and do a better job of telling them what's going on in the chat. She changes her answer to Columbus, blackjack, no trade back. Look, people, make a decision. Sir Rupert Ignatius. Christina with the funny. Make a decision and stick with it. You're not allowed to change answers, Taney, Tegan. The answer for all of you. I don't know. I'm guessing along with you. I am going with Herman Cortés. I believe it was Cortés. Because Cortés is the most famous conquistador on the list, and Francisco Pizarro, I believe, was Italian. Not really known for their Spanish conquistadoring. Question number 2 on July 8th. What significant event occurred in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, New Brunswick, involving the first known exchange between Europeans and natives? What significant event occurred in the Gulf of St. Lawrence, New Brunswick, involving the first known exchange between Europeans and those daggone savages, or natives, or whatever the term is you're supposed to use now? I didn't hear the answers so I can't. No, you can't. Those are the rules. I said so. No points. All right. Again, Europeans, Native Americans, something happened on July 8th. No idea what year. The Gulf of St. Lawrence. Any ideas out there what it could be? The Battle of the Beagle. I see where you're going with this, Chick Brew. It's pretty much going to be all Beetle jokes. Hilarious. Here are your multiple choice answers. Was it the arrival of the Mayflower? No. Because the way the question is worded, we already know that is not an option. I just improved your chances of getting this correct. European colonization of the Americas? Again, I teach people how to take tests. And both of these answers have taken themselves out. The hardest part about writing a multiple choice test is coming up with 3 legitimate bad answers. Both of these are bad answers. So we have the arrival of the Mayflower, the founding of Jamestown, a European colonization of the Americas, or the signing of the Treaty of Tordesillas. I believe you don't have to leave the fat beagle. Brian goes with Thanksgiving as a possible answer. That was before I gave out the options. First attempt at a Northwest Passage was not one of the options. The signing of the Treaty of Tordesillas, the arrival of the Mayflower, the founding of Jamestown, or European colonization of the Americas are your options. James goes with Treaty. T-Bone, he's going with Treaty. Roger goes with Treaty. Robert goes with colonization of the Americas. Tegan, also colonization of Americas. And that has been question number 2. Question number 3, which Franciscan friar? I haven't even looked at the multiple choice options yet, okay? But if you hear Franciscan friar, he's not fat. Yeah, I've never seen a fat skeleton. My phone is being weird. Okay, all right, okay, D. European colonization. Whenever I think of a Franciscan friar, I think of St. Francis of Assisi. I have to. It always comes to mind. I don't know if that's one of the options that we're about to be provided, but he is my answer. Which Franciscan friar found the Mission San Antonio de Padua in modern-day California? Mission San Antonio de Padua in modern-day California. What Franciscan monk was it? Roger goes with Monk Tuck. No, that is not correct. Is it Juniper Serra, Bartolome de las Casas, Juan de Onote, or Hernando de Sota? Those are your options that you get to choose from. A, Juniper Serra. B, Bartolomeu de las Casas. C, Juan de Onote. And D, Hernando de Sota. I got a Juniper. I got Friar Tuck. Still funny. Tegan's going with answer A, Juniper. Robert is pretty much sticking with D all day. Robert gets the D. He's going with Soto. Taney, Mr. James Taney's going with Bartolome de las Casas. And Roger sticking with Friar Tuck. I agree. T-Bone's choice on this one, Hernando de Sota. That's my guess. I'm pretty confident on that one. Out of all of those names, that's the one I recognize the most. Bartholomew de Dog. Number 4, on July the 10th, what river did Alexander Mackenzie hope would take him to the Pacific, but it turned out to flow into the Arctic Ocean? Talk about a mistake. I don't know what's going on. The Casas guy was Brian's guess on the previous question. Keep track of your own answers. I can't keep track of them for you. And I need a comment because right now we're looking at viewers versus comments, and it's a number I don't like. So here's my comment. Question mark, exclamation. Yep. There's a new comment. La, 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 la. What river did Alexander Mackenzie hope would take him to the Pacific, but turned out to take him into the Arctic Ocean? Alexander Mackenzie, don't really know the name. I'm assuming Canadian. Choices are the Mississippi, the Columbia, the Mackenzie. How cool would that be? How cool would it be that you're on the river named for yourself and it took you to a place you didn't want to go? How cool would that be? And finally, the St. Lawrence. So we know where the St. Lawrence dumps out into, the Gulf of St. Lawrence, which, by the way, is right up there near New Brunswick, not the Arctic Ocean. The Mississippi, it doesn't go through Canada. The Columbia definitely could reach up there. As strange as this sounds, I think I know my answer. All right, looking at your comments real quick. I got to scroll up all right, there's mine. Roger goes with the wrong river. I agree, that's funny. And yeah, if the joke's funny, give them a laugh, folks. Brian goes with the Klondike. Tegan, she goes with the Mississippi. A for A. Robert goes with the Mississippi. Maybe he named it. See, that's Jeremy Hines opining. Taney with Mississippi. The Chick Fruit with the Great River Hound Dog. T-Bone's guess on this one, as strange as this sounds, I believe the river that took him to the wrong place is named after him, and I think it's the Mackenzie River. Because that's things Canadians do. Question number 5. We'll find out all your answers in just 2 more questions. On which date did the French Revolution begin with the storming of the Bastille prison in Paris? Here's a clue. Camera's over there. Here's a clue. If you know what day Bastille Day is, you know the answer to the question. I know what day Bastille Day is. Do you? All right, the Great River Hound Dog, Mackenzie, I am changing. Too late now. We already moved on. You can't change. What date did the French Revolution begin with the storming of the Bastille prison in Paris? Thursday. The one you were thinking of. Excellent answer, Jag. Excellent answer. Of course, this is narrowed down because this week in history is the week between the 7th and the 14th. You got 7 options to choose from there. Oh, stop it. I'm answering these. I'm getting them right. Tegan is complaining. For our podcast listeners, Tegan is complaining that one day we may get questions real people may know. Just because you don't know it doesn't mean real people don't know it. Was it, here are your 4 options. Brian goes with the 3rd. That's wrong. Was it the 11th, the 12th, the 13th, or the 14th of July? So we got it down to 7 days. It's a day that ends in day. Very funny. Now I got you down to 4 days. You got a 25% chance of getting it right. The 11th, the 12th, the 13th, the 14th. Everybody should chime in with an answer. It should be very easy. January 15th is National Beagle Day. Oh, you're killing me. You're killing me. Brian with the 14th, Taney with the 13th, Roger with the 14th, Jeremy with the 14th. And Tegan says 14th and lets us know that's today. Robert with the 14th because he's number 4. Brian with 14. Everybody went with 14. We are in agreement. And the rest of you that didn't, well, you guys. Question number 6. I'm changing my answer. Everybody else has changed their answer. I'm changing my answer. I'm going to go with July the 11th. Only because I think I told everyone the answer at the very beginning. So here's one for you. On July the 12th, what standardized text of Latin Mass was introduced by Pope Pius V in 1570 and remained unchanged for 400 years? Standardized text of the Latin Mass introduced by Pope Pius V in 1570 and stayed that way until 1970. Tegan is complaining that I changed the rules. She'll get over it. Your multiple choice options out there for those of you who are not down with the Catholics. Option A, the Roman Missal. B, a Book of Common Prayer. Jeremy wants to know where I'm getting these questions. C, the Tridentan Mass. Or D, the Liturgy of the Hours. Which could it possibly be? It was standardized in 1570 by Pope Pius V, and it stayed that way for 400 years until 1970. But, I mean, if you weren't around in 1970, you probably wouldn't know this either, right? All right, Rupert the Missile, that's funny. She's killing me today. The Unchained Melody, that's funny. B for the book, Liturgy for the hours. I still, I'm giving everybody an opportunity to answer. don't see anyone guessing the answer that I'm guessing. Howling the Song of My People. In case you don't know, she has a beetle, and they howl, and that is the song of their people. T-Bone's answer. Okay, Brian with the missile. T-Bone is also going with the Roman missile as the standardized mass for 400 years. And then they changed it when I came around. Finally, on July the 13th, what U.S. president opened the Expedition of the Industry of All Nations, a World's Fair, at the Crystal Palace in New York City in 1853? What U.S. president opened the World's Fair at the Crystal Palace in New York City in 1853? An even easier way. You just take out a bunch of the words. U.S. president, World's Fair, 1853. Who was it? You know your presidents. You know the answer. This one's not a hard one. It's 1853. And option A is Abraham Lincoln. Oh, all right, I got some guesses. Trump, funny. Dwight D. Eisenhower in 1853, Robert. I know why you chose Dwight D. Eisenhower. I know why. Harding, another Trump, very funny. Everybody's got jokes this morning, and I'm okay with that. I'll come back and smiley face you later. President Rupert, funny. She's killing me. And Tegan is going with John F. Kennedy Lincoln, which I think is a funny choice. Here are your options: Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Franklin Pierce, or James Buchanan. What is, I'll take three presidents that no one can remember for 600? Lincoln was not around in 1853. Or was he? I'm getting my dates screwed up. Was it Abraham Lincoln? Was it Andrew Johnson? Was it Franklin Pierce? Or was it James Buchanan? All right, going back over to the chat. Let's see. I got Abraham Lincoln. What was the mixture of Adolf Hitler and Abraham Lincoln on Rick and Morty? Bernie Sanders. That's funny. No, I was saying just kidding, Lincoln. Yeah, I know, but I thought JFK Lincoln was funnier. You're welcome. Robert with a serious answer. He's choosing Buchanan. Johnson, he's a partier, so says Mr. Taney. Google said Biden is what Brian has to offer. Final chance. Final chance. Yeah, you got a laughy face. Who's giving out all those laughy faces? All right, that's Robert there and Robert and Tegan there. Good job. Good job helping this thing go along. T-Bone's answer, I believe, Bill Clinton, I see it. I believe it was Franklin Pierce. And that's probably the only thing he did during his entire presidency. Turn on the lights. Early Biden years, he was about 72 back then. Funny chick brew. Bill Clinton, I got the question. Pierce, I do New York part. Okay, all right. Now it's time to find out. Buchanan is from Pennsylvania. The house is in Chambersburg. I'm telling you, Mr. Taney knows everything. He's a smart man, and I enjoy having him in my life because he teaches me things I didn't know. Like Buchanan's from Pennsylvania, and his house is down near the Parks Casino in Chambersburg. Here we go with your answers for the 7 questions that you just went over. We just went over. Who was the Spanish conquistador that conquered the Aztec Empire? If you answered Hernan Cortés, you were correct. I chose Hernan Cortés. 1 for 1. Number 2, significant event took place with the Indians and the Europeans at the Gulf of St. Lawrence, New Brunswick. What was it? Son of a gun. They listed it as the European colonization of the Americas. So, Robert, I think you're one of the few people who chose D there. I'm retarded as legit defense. Clint Eastwood, I do my part. Buchanan's from. All right, we're all caught up. Robert's complaining the game is rigged, even though he just got an answer correct. That I don't think anyone else got. So, question number 2. 1 for 2. My score. Just keeping my score out loud. Question number 3, what Franciscan friar founded the Mission de San Antonio de Pueda in modern-day California? Those of you who chose Juniper Serra, congratulations. I did not. I am not doing good this week. 1 for 3. Good job for those of you that got that right. I see Tegan's patting herself on the back. Question number 4, Alexander Mackenzie. He wanted to go to the Pacific. He ended up in the Arctic. What was the name of the river? It was the Mackenzie River. The question I have, the thing that makes me laugh, was it the Mackenzie before or after he found out he screwed up? I think that's funny. If you answered along with me on that one, you would be correct. 2 for 4. Question number 5, what date did... Son of a... Don't change your answer. You don't change your... Every one of you that changed your answer changed it to the wrong answer, including me. Because I knew what day Bastille Day was. But the way this is worded, I'm going to read it word for word, okay? A question, in parentheses, July 11th, colon. On which date did the French Revolution begin with the storming of the Bastille prison in Paris? 714. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. It is the 14th. It is the 14th day of July. I know this. But because it said question, July 11th in parentheses, I changed my answer to July 11th. And I'm wrong. Wrong. It was the 14th. Son of a beagle. That's a good one. I like that. Trump lives in Florida. Just random trivia for Brian. Thank you. Appreciate it. Geez. 2 for 5. Question number 6. What standardized text? I don't know what that noise is. Oh, there may be a hot naked person standing above me. I'm right underneath her shower. And maybe you hear it, maybe you don't. Anyway. Question number 6, standardized text of the Latin Mass introduced by Pope Pius V and stayed that way for 400 years. What was it? It's the Roman Missal. And if you're not Catholic, no points taken off for that. You should be fine. Yes, you should always follow your own rules, especially when there's 3 E's and C. And finalmente, question number 7, July 13th, 1853, who opened up the World's Fair? If you chose Franklin Pierce, you are correct. Good job, everybody. This has been a fun way to start off your Sunday morning. It's the Supplemental. We do it every week at 10:30. And just an hour, 2 hours from now, I'll be recording a new episode with Chick Brew of the Lunds B Show. You can find that anywhere fine podcasts are sold. Be sure to look us up on the Facebooks and become a member of the crew there. Join us on our fan page by searching the hashtag LUNSB. Thanks for being a part of today's Thingamabobadoo. It's a Thingamabobadoo. Yes, that was the last one. I don't know why she's looking for more. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I remind you today as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you were a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow.